EWM BBP Template Part 3. Hi everyone, my name is Milos, SAP Logistics Solution Architect from Quartrest. The two chapters of the EWM BBP Template we talk about today are resource management and let's start with resource management. What it is about? Well, in resource management, you need to make sure you map all the different devices, equipment that the warehouse operators are using to confirm the tasks on the floor. So for example, we're talking about forklifts, but also handheld devices, also transpallets or pallet jacks, someone calls them. So the manual pallet moving equipment, not powered, and any other device really that can complete tasks on the floor. And the reason why you need to map all these devices because in EWM they're mapped as resources, so you need to know the configuration that you need to put in place. And you also need to know the different resource types, so which type of equipment can confirm which type of tasks. And in this chapter also you want to map the activity areas in EWM, so which devices, which resources are working in which area with which bins. And also this is a great chapter to introduce the warehouse order creation rule. So how do you group different tasks, different activities that need to be done on the warehouse floor together? For example, picking, you might want to do several pickings together, or in some other cases, you might want to do certain pickings done by one operator, other pickings done by another operator. So warehouse order creation rule, activity areas, resource management, everything in the resource management chapter. One more thing for the resource management chapter is the business roles and the mapping of the business roles to EWM authorization roles. So you want to know who are the different people and the different roles these people have that are using EWM. So you might have a warehouse operator just confirming tasks on the floor. You might have their supervisor, the shift lead, who is coordinating and organizing all the activity of the team. You might have the warehouse manager, who is responsible for the entire warehouse. So different roles means different business roles, and different business roles have different authorization roles and can do different things within EWM. All right, so that's resource management. Moving on to inbound processing. Well, it's the classic inbound, so everybody knows inbound. The main thing to include there is all the different categories of inbound that the business is using. For example, they might be using ASN messages to receive information related to inbound, or maybe some vendors even come without notice. Yes, it can happen. Sometimes the truck literally shows up and you were not sure, you didn't know. And how are you going to process it if you don't have the delivery in the system? There's something called expected goods receipt. I'm not going to go into details now, but basically you want to map all these different flavors of inbounds you have. Also inbound from vendor versus inbound for a stock transfer order, or for example also labeled goods versus not labeled goods. It's very different if you need to receive already labeled products versus product that is not labeled. All this needs to be mapped. So you want to do a business process map. You want to map the process, understand who's doing what are the different activities, and what transactions potentially you're using in EWM. So what are the functionalities within EWM you need to activate. Also make sure you track all the extra steps during the inbound until the putaway is finally completed that need to take place. For example, quality inspection, so quality management related activities, value-added services that might happen during the inbound, or deconsolidation. All right, the consolidation activities that can happen during putaway. So you receive a pallet. On the pallet, you have several products. You want to put away products into different areas in your warehouse. So you need to deconsolidate that pallet. So separate product A and B, put them on different pallets or different cases, and then complete the putaway. All right. So hope all this was useful. So resource management, inbound process, hope you're enjoying it. I am definitely enjoying it. I like sharing all this with you and hope you find it useful. Put your comments in, ask any questions if you have specific questions on resource management and inbound process. And I look forward to see you tomorrow with another chapter, another part of our EWM BBP template journey. Looking forward to see you tomorrow. Put your comments, remember, and speak soon. Bye.